everybody. This is Geneva of Geneva's Closet Talk Show. Please make sure you like and share this video and subscribe to Geneva's Closet if you haven't already done so right here on YouTube. And you can follow me on Facebook at Geneva's Closet. And you can email me at genevascloset22@gmail.com. Now, let's get into the news. What you doing?
I got somebody. Yeah, girl, you know what? Nancy had contacted me, and she let me know that she gave Mary my phone number. And I got somebody on the phone want to talk to you.
Who? Nancy who?
Mary's sister, Nancy.
Oh, okay. Okay, so who on the...
Okay, so...
Who?
Hi, Geneva.
Hello. Who is this?
This is Mary.
Mary? Oh, wow. Wow. Okay.
This is Mary.
How you doing, Mary?
I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm okay. Trying to, I'm okay. She saw the book, Geneva.
Yeah.
The book. Her family members actually saw it. Her family members been watching it.
Wow.
And then, so
yeah.
Was,
I'm sorry you had to see that, Mary. See that and hear that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. You know, you didn't do it to, like hurt me or nothing like that.
Right.
But, that was. I don't know how to even say it. I mean, it didn't make me cry. It was more like a wow, you know.
Mm-hmm.
To just hear that out loud like that. And I guess I was just really trying to absorb. I was just trying to really absorb all of that. It's like the whole time that you were reading, it was like there's a movie playing, you know, and that's really weird because like we were together for 10 years. And I had not realized, you know, at the back of it, when I got that letter from her, that was like in 2000. And the rest of these years, I really wasn't aware that it went that far back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, you know, it just kind of makes me think of things like, it's like, you know, when we were on that trip, you know, that's what was happening. Or when we were at a function, that's what was happening. To just know this person was there. To just know somebody was just there, you know, and it kind of just, it makes it just made me feel like my whole marriage was like a hoax.
Yeah.
You know, it was just really weird. It was like everything else. It just kind of, it seemed like that affair became more real than our marriage when I heard that.
Wow.
That's what it felt like. You know, that's what it felt like. Just like all of a sudden, it just, like I said, it was just a wow moment. That's all I can say. It's like, wow. I was stuck on wow. That's all I can say. And it was, you think after all this time, certain things just don't matter anymore. But it just kind of put me back to, like I said, when I think about all those years, every anniversary, every party, every function, every gala, every award presentation, whatever. I'm just tripping because I just didn't know it was that bad. I just hadn't realized it was that bad.
Wow.
Listening to that. And it was almost like, you know, it's like it wasn't 2021 anymore. It was like it took me all the way back to 1991. And that's part of my my struggle. is to just stay in the recovery part of all the collateral damage. It's what I try to do every day.
Okay.
And, you know, sometimes people comment to say, you know, why is she talking about this, or move forward, or let this and that go? But, you know, the reality of it is when you divorce, that doesn't stop everything else.
Yeah.
You still have to process the rest. You know, the 2 signatures on that paper, it doesn't end everything. It just doesn't. Then here comes the hard part. The hard part is trying to remove your emotions from that. And that's really hard. That's really hard. So it's like you're trying to move forward, but then the collateral damage of the emotional trauma of it, you gotta try to just wade through it all. And sometimes it's like, you know, it was up to my throat, and it still happens, you know. And that's what that did. You know, it kind of just sat on top of things that I deal with every day. You know, when you've been emotionally traumatized, it kind of holds you in that moment of that trauma, like 2005. Sometimes I wake up and, you know, you have flashes. But that's one of the side effects from that trauma. Okay. I have PTSD now.
Oh, wow.
And I've been wrestling with that for years. And I didn't have that problem before 2005. I was okay, go lucky, you know, type of person. Wasn't seeing a doctor, wasn't on any medication, none of that. Until 2005 until now. So that kind of, you know, that triggered me, that stumbled me a little bit.
Okay.
And it kind of took me back to those years. And I'm literally thinking about everything that we did, you know, with our boys, and you know, when my baby was born, and it was like what?
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
And I'm not even laughing as a ha. It's all, you know, kind of like a nervous laugh, like, wow. But anyway, you hear me kind of talking in slow motion right now, because the words are still like cotton trying to come out of my mouth. But just trying to deal with already the feelings coming and going. That's what PTSD does. It doesn't pick a moment. It doesn't give you 5 minutes, say, hey, in 5 minutes, I'm getting ready to bug you. It pops up when it wants to pop up. You know, a certain building or a certain place that I used to go, me and my boys used to go to, you know, and I'm driving down the road, and it's a glance over at a mall, or a glance over at a restaurant, or a certain vehicle, you know, passed by me, or I'm in the car and a certain song come on. That's what PTSD does. So that's what it does. You know, you can't get rid of it. All you can do is just try to, you know, treat it and work with it. Because if you tell yourself it's not there, if I tell myself it's not there, then that's not giving me it's not putting me in that frame of mind to where I'm telling myself this is something I have to treat.
Right.
So I can't tell myself, you know, if I have a good day, you know, when I'm really having a good day, I really enjoy that day. When I wake up and the sun is shining and my favorite song is on, I throw my clothes on and I really get into that day. Because I know the next day or the one after that, you know, here comes something I have to deal with. So I said all that to say that was really deep. That's all I can say.
Yeah, well,
And
I
it's
actually
just
have another reading. I actually have one more reading to do. And I mean, so would you like to, come on and tell everybody how you're doing and speak on the book? How do you feel about
um,
that?
well, all I can say this evening is that
Okay.
I'm gonna make myself some tea
Mm,
and just try to process.
okay.
Like I said, this was like shocking. I mean,
Yeah.
I knew that book was out there, but I also know that it had been paid for to disappear. So
Mm-hmm.
I never heard anything from it. So like I said, this is all new to me. It's all shocking, and it's like, wow, where do I need to pull open a drawer in my brain and slide this in it for this evening,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just laying here with my crossword puzzle and
Hmm.
my
And I want to apologize too, Mary, because didn't even really know you'd be watching, but I mean, your family members who don't know you as well in the ordeal. So I apologize that you had to find it out this way.
Yeah.
But to me, and I understand about the PTSD because I suffer from that too because of certain things that has transpired and went on. So, I understand, how you feel on certain levels, but nothing of that magnitude to find out maybe to me like your whole life appeared to be a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that's what it was. It was like who was that? Who was that? That's like a whole nother family.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
All those years. That's not I met somebody and I got drunk and things went too far. Just years and years and years.
9 years. Yeah.
That's like
Mm-hmm.
it's like if I made a mistake or something and I didn't stop to say, okay, I made a mistake. But to get up every day and commit to doing that same thing is that is like beyond my that's beyond my mind even trying to comprehend that.
Yeah.
To just every day decide to do the same wrong. The same thing.
It was a double life.
Right. Like
Yeah, and then Marjorie was in the book, so I was surprised to see that she was in the book. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that was that was interesting too. But there's a lot of interchanging with the dates and the times, and I don't really know if I even want to say any more tonight, but just connecting the dots.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, you're in the middle of that, Mary. You were in the middle of it and didn't know it. It was crazy. You were in the crossfire or whatever you call it.
Mm-hmm.
And it just literally, I'm telling you, the life that I thought I was in, or the life that I thought I was experiencing, it wasn't that at all. Because it's like, well, what were we in? It's like, what were you in? What were you in, Mary? What was that? Was it a circus? Thinking about it now, I can't say, oh, wow. I mean, I know I'm stumbling all over myself, y'all. Y'all have to just apologize.
No, it's fine.
It's like, was our wife? Was that a marriage? What was that?
Yeah, I understand.
It's like all of a sudden I was in a bad car wreck. Yeah, it's like I said, it's just hard for me to explain. All I know was it was like, what were you in with this person? What was that? And it's just like all of a sudden it was like, the marriage I thought I was in, it was like a puff of smoke. And it went away when I heard that.
I know. It's like Twilight Zone.
Yeah, it just went away. It's like somebody snapped their finger and there was no marriage between us, you know?
Right.
It was like, boom, that's it.
After you heard the book? After you heard the
It was
book?
like, yeah, it was like a puff of smoke. Everything I believed to be true, everything he said, he did. And I'm telling y'all, it's really weird. It's like I'm standing on the outside of myself looking back at it. And it was like it was just some cruel joke, dream or something. Anyway,
wow.
I don't want to keep going on and on because I just wanted to say that for now.
Okay.
Because it was just on my mind.
I mean, well, I thought about you when I was reading.
I'm speechless at this point. I'm so totally speechless. It's like 16 years. It was like I lived it, but all of a sudden it didn't mean anything, you know? All of a sudden, it was like it didn't mean anything. You know, did I matter? Did the marriage matter? It's like all of a sudden, none of it meant anything.
Wow.
Anyway, well,
I love that you called. I love that y'all to hear your voice.
Yeah, me too.
So glad
I'm surprised.
You are safe. Lord have mercy.
Yes.
I'm safe. Yeah.
Mary Dawn,
it's
she
like I
sound
said.
all right.
Sometimes, you know, I just have to go and be quiet, and you know, I have to really work with myself at trying to get back to that safe place, you know, in my head and in my heart, just on a personal level. Because when you break down, there's you if you've ever had a breakdown, you really have to watch what you do, where you go, who do you talk to, all of that, because it's in. I mean, let's say like if you're an alcoholic, right? Let's say you have not taken a drink in 10 years. That doesn't mean you're not still an alcoholic. Right. You have to work as though, you know, you still have to stay away from bars. You still have to change your friends. Like if your friends are always drinking or whatever, you kind of got to pull away from your friends. It's just like that. You can't tell yourself, well, you know, I had a breakdown, but I'm okay because I'm listening to my music today. You still have to remember that happened to you. And you have to make allowances for yourself to say, I mean, I literally have to say to myself, if I see my phone, and even one of my family members, if their name come up on my phone, I have to say, well, I can't talk to this person today because they're usually kind of melancholy and I don't want to be pulled into that. And sometimes it gets to that. It gets to that minute thing to say, I have to watch who I talk to today. Yeah. I don't want to turn this TV on today, or if I turn it on, stay away from this type of show. You know, don't watch anything that may make you sad. Don't watch anything that may make you cry. And that's the hard work. That's the hard work. And I have to do it. I don't have a choice but to do it because that's a part of what keeps me emotionally healthy. Okay. Because I was completely dragged. And it was the worst emotional dragging I've ever experienced in my life that no one could have ever told me. So it's not about, I'm just working on me now. And I have to work on me every day because that's how it is. That's just how it is. You know, when you connected to a person like that and then it just like goes away, it's a tremendous shock. Tremendous.
Well, you know, Mary, it's never going to go away, though, and you sound really, really good. You sound like you've been working on yourself, and that's a positive thing. And, you know, Geneva invited you on the show. I would like for you to come on the show because there's a lot of people that role play. You want to hear from you and let them share this experience with you. It's women who have gone through this same journey that you've gone through. And I think it'd be a powerful story to tell. Well, hell, the book out there, they telling your story for yourself. So you might as well put your 5 cents in there and let them know, yo, this is not the way it would be.
Yeah.
You know, I think people want to know because we understand about you putting your dates back together. I don't know no woman who would not, you know, so.
Yeah. I mean, it's your life. It's not like, you know, you were working a puzzle and somebody knocked it off the table. You're talking about your life.
Yeah.
Your life. You know, you can't go back to say, oh, okay, that was messed up. Okay, no problem. Let me knock that on the floor or let me turn over a fresh sheet of paper. Now, me, I'm a stickler for neatness. Like if I'm writing a letter and my hand goes crooked and my A turns into a Q, I got to get rid of that whole piece of paper. It's just me. And then I got to get back to a white sheet. Well, you can't do that in life. You can't do it. So that same thing, like, is testimonial to, like, if you have a emotional trauma in your life, it's hard. It is hard work. It's not gonna happen overnight. And I'm trying to tell you, even if you're talking to someone, you know, if I'm with my therapist or whatever, well, the therapist can't follow you home.
Okay.
So even after you leave there, you still have to say on your own, it's 23 hours left in this day. You know, I got to get through those times. Or even if you got a close sister or whatever, you know, sister can't just like curl around you forever and a day. At some point in there, you will be by yourself. And that's where your strength is going to come in. And then in some of those days, all I can do is curl up, you know, and just let those bad moments pass because they're going to come.
Yeah.
They're going to come. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. They're coming. But what helped me and what helps me now, accept that those moments are going to come. Because if you ever fix it in your head that, ooh, you know, I'm going to be okay because I had a good day, don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. Because then you're just setting yourself up for a huge major fall. Like when I wake up in the mornings, you know, I don't wake up with that yay cheerleader thing working. You know, I wake up slowly and I keep myself not on a low or not on a high. It's just right there in the middle. So if in case I start to drift downward, then it doesn't have to be a sudden drop, like a boom, bam, I'm on the floor.
Okay.
So I hope I'm making sense. I just stay in that middle. So like if I wake up in that middle and it started to be a great day, then I can say, okay, it's moving up to the great day.
Right.
As opposed to me jumping up trying to manipulate it into a great day. Wow, I'm gonna have a great day today. I can't do that to myself. Because if it turns out to not be so, and then I gotta work really hard to just pull myself back down and say, hey.
Okay.
You know, you need to calm down. But I know I'm talking a lot, but
no, it's okay. It's okay. Right.
It just takes work. That's all I can say. It takes work. And it's not about, you know, you're not sitting there going, you know, I'm stuck back with that person. You know, moving forward is dealing with that past. And it's hard, man. It's like dragging a ball and chain. That's what your grief becomes. It's like a ball and chain, and it's stuck on your ankle. It's locked on your ankle, but you know, you got to keep moving forward. But you got to drag that ball and chain with you. And that's how that feels. So it's not about, okay, you looking back and all this kind of stuff. And that's what people don't get. You know,
this is new to you, though. This book, this whole thing, never we even thought we would hear from you, but the whole thing is new to you. you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I applied for Geneva, and I got to get Geneva. You read the book, Geneva. You read it?
Yeah,
Oh,
she
thank
did.
you.
Look, she read it too well.
I'm sorry, girl.
You read it too well. You know, you could have, ran into a snag or something and just give a girl a chance to say, you just kept on throwing that cold water out there. But I'm not holding you responsible for nothing.
Right.
Just please don't even think that.
I understand. Mm-hmm.
That was like, I mean, it's already obviously apparent that things have changed and things are over. But when you hear that,
yeah, I can just imagine.
It's like the thing that I've been fighting to get through or get past.
Mm-hmm.
It almost makes it seem like I had a breakdown from something that didn't exist. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like, I'm struggling to get back to myself over some make-believe play family thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, and even with that, that's something else I got to put in my journal. I got to write that down. And that helps me a lot of times. Yeah. It's the journal. I don't journal every day because, when you start writing things, you have to pull yourself back into the emotion, of that moment that you felt. And sometimes I don't want to revisit that. Sometimes I journal, sometimes I don't. It's helpful, but anyway, there's a lot I could say on that subject. Recovery is it's an experience, and I know it'll be with me for the rest of my life because life still goes on.
Mm-hmm.
The freeway of life is not going to slow down and say, hey, Youre in recovery, so y'all slow down, let her catch up. That's the hard part about it. That's the hard part about it. You got to just keep moving your day-to-day or pay your bills or whatever. You still got to do that. The people at the office isn't going to say, well, we're not going to press her about that rent today. Remember, she was in recovery.
Right.
Let's not press her. Let's not put that note on the door today because, I kind of hear her being sad, So, anyway.
That's funny, Mary.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
But other than that, you're safe? Everything's okay with you?
Physically I'm safe. I'm not worried about, where I am is safe.
Okay.
Like I said, my hardest part of my day is just staying positive and doing things that doesn't stress me as much as I can. I try to stay away from things that are stressful. That's how I try to just get, my days are full. I'll say this, my days are full with dealing with marriage.
Okay.
That's my job. I punch that clock every day on, staying calm and collected and praying all the time. Walking down the street in the grocery store. That one prayer doesn't help. I can't just pray when I've got some food.
Right.
In the morning, if I'm 2 or 3 times back to back, there's not a clock, you just hit that thing and say, well, I only got 20 more seconds, to talk to God.
Mm-hmm.
He's always there. So,
yeah.
And I need him to be there every day, all day. Sometimes I'm just praying. If I'm at the bank or if I'm at the grocery store, or if I'm at the pharmacy, sometimes you just need that kind of help all day long. Sometimes not, but anyway, I'm getting all worded again, but
no, that's okay.
I'm okay. I'm
That's
I'm
good.
Okay.
That's good. Have you heard from your son?
Part of just reading to this book, what Geneva finna do?
Oh, I ain't listening to that.
Okay.
Tonight I can say, I'm not. I can't even make any promises on that. I really.
Right.
that was like, wow.
I mean, but the last one do mention, because when you first started talking, you mentioned something about a letter. And I know that in this last reading, there is a letter that Terry says that she wrote to you, and then you responded back with that letter. And then in the book, Terry is like tweaking out because she's gets worried or whatever, because you send the letter back, and she feels like that you actually came to her house and brought the letter back, right? And she reads the letter and then puts in there your response and everything. So that's actually what's in the final, or some of what's in the final part of the book. So I was kind of shocked when you mentioned the letter, because she mentions the letter.
Oh, did I mention it?
Mm-hmm.
You snuck that one in there, Geneva. All of a sudden, I don't know if I want to talk to you anymore. Okay, I'm just gonna whistle on that letter.
Okay, okay.
Look, I'm getting a little hot under the collar. So I gotta go.
Okay.
Anyway, it's good to hear both y'all's voices.
It's good to hear your voice, Mary.
It really is.
It's good to hear your voice. It's good to know that you're okay.
Well, and we gotta maintain our ladies club.
Yeah, we do.
You know, that would be nice.
Yes, we do.
And you might need that support system, because there's a lot of people, even these videos we've been releasing, nothing negative towards you, but there's a lot of people like want to know where you are, how you are, you know, how's your life, you know, with your stuff.
It is what it is. You know, I don't have time to, you know, take a head count, so to speak.
Right.
You know, because we all say things, we all do things we don't mean, we all hurt each other, or we get disappointments or whatever. But you know, you have to just move forward. You know, if I made a mistake, I don't want anybody to hold that against me for life. You know, for life. You know, that's not the unforgivable sin that somebody got on your nerves or they spoke out of turn. That's not the unforgivable sin. So that's just me. I can't.
Not a sin is when you have a life there.
Yeah, I've had enough unhappy years as a kid, and then as an adult. I can't drag everything else with me to, you know, keep account. I don't want anybody to keep an account on me. You know, I really don't. So, to the best of my ability, that's what I do. That's what I have to do. That's what I have to do. That's my mantra, so to speak. If I've done something, I want to be forgiven for it. I do. And if I've wronged somebody, I have to tell that person I was wrong. Because that's how we're forgiven. If God, when we pray, He doesn't stop to say, "Well, I don't know." He forgives us right there. So, who are we to say that we're better than Him? Well, I know God said He's forgave you like that, but I'm gonna think about it. You know, because that's just messed up. Because it just kind of says that you're better than God because you know what I'm saying? You can, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna forgive you when I feel like it. That's what I'm saying. Is to say you're better than Him because, you know, I don't have to do what God did. You know, that's Him. I'm gonna linger in my mad.
Yeah.
So I don't want to linger in my mad because that's bad energy. That's bad. It's just bad. So
I made the same vow too, Mary. That's a good thing, you know, to be in a better place mentally or trying to get there. And I think all this, what you're hearing now, I think everything's a learning lesson for me, for you. You know, to me, the best way to come to your truth is to speak your truth. Because if you don't speak it, how will people know it? And like, I understand what you're saying about this book thing, because it's like, to me, it was like the Twilight Zone. I can imagine that somebody read it and knowing it was my man, I'll be like, damn. I mean, it's just like, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I know as far as you go, I just want to make sure that, are you really good?
Well, I'm as good as I can be. Sometimes, you have to deal with people's cruelty, and sometimes people don't make amends. And it's like, how do you shake that off? How do you shake it off when people are, intentionally hurt and they won't come back to try to say, are you okay? I know I did this and that. Are you okay? And sometimes I can't process that.
Yeah.
I don't. There are a number of things that, led to, my breakdown. It did. But my thing now is that I'm just trying to recover from it. I'm trying to recover from it. I really am. And sometimes you kind of want to try to hold people accountable or whatever. And then I was like, you have to do something else.
Yeah.
You just have to do something else. But anyway.
Question? Can I ask you a question? Can I ask a question?
What's that?
Since 2017, have you spoken to your son?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because everybody want to know that, if nothing else, but we might not hear from your ass again. You know how you do. You skate off into the sunset, and, I understand. I just want to know that from a mother to a mother.
Anyhow,
I guess that means no.
Well, that's the thing about calling in. You just never know where it's gonna go.
I know. So many people ask that when they see any videos. What we supposed to say?
They do ask
we
that.
Ask about you. We want to know about your son too. I know, is Stephen good? Your baby's good. Have you talked to him? I know
Stephen's wonderful. He's my rock.
Oh, that's good.
We both went through some things in this. We both did. So he's my rock. But anyway, I'm gonna get out here before this goes somewhere I don't want it to go. But
okay.
I just want to ask a yes or no. Okay.
All right then, you guys.
Love you.
I'll stay in touch.
Okay.
Bye, Harry.
All right. Love you
I would like to know how you all feel about this situation, and while you are letting me know, could you please like and share this video and subscribe to Genevas Closet if you haven't already done so right here on YouTube. And you can follow me on Facebook at Genevas Closet, and you can email me at genevascloset22@gmail.com. You all have a fabulous day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.